The game didn't start, and as I say it, here it is, game 1 of Ascension Day 2. 1-0 versus Labby. The loser is out, the winner faces Focus.
In the top left here, we have 1-0. In the blue, we can already see it's going to be a Ted Fiend build with a fast Ultra and Ziggurat and a delayed crit. So, very few ghouls, Fiends coming later, very limited early game options for 1-0. And again I say, Labby, if he wanted to, could fast expand here. Of course, he doesn't quite have the same information that we do, but it's an option for him.
They had a show match, the Jushi Cup, I think. It was a 3-2 in favor of 1-0. The match before was in the TP League September, October, something like that. Labby took that 2-0, but in the Season 1 qualifier, it was a playoff match between the two, and there 1-0 took it 3-0. Since then, both players have disappeared for a little bit. One for work, that is Labby as a Rainbow Six coach. The other for the honeymoon, that is 1-0. And both are coming back stronger than ever. Kinda sad to see one of them go.
When things here get serious in the tournament, that is what must happen. Players must be eliminated. Separate the wheat from the chaff.
Can't we just all be friends and all play together?
In that case, you have to play 4v4. Then at least you have 3 friends and 4 enemies. Or if you're Todd, you just have 7 enemies.
That's right. What were you about to ask me before I rudely interrupted you?
I was wondering. 1-0 recently on his honeymoon. What would be your favorite place to take a honeymoon?
My couch. Just stay at home and watch TV.
Very romantic and exciting, Neo.
I might put a candle on. Now, good question, actually. Never thought about that. I don't plan on getting married, so I saved that thought. You know, for some reason, I always wanted to see the Ayers Rock in Australia. That is shaped like a heart, right? So wouldn't that be fitting?
Yeah, I also think Australia pretty interesting. Never been, but I would have thought you said Antarctica. Party with the penguins, bro.
Well, I don't want my wife to get jealous right away. Okay, that's a bad start. That's a bad start for the marriage.
I mean, you can share with the penguins. They are very social creatures, I hear.
They're also very mean, dude, so...
They are?
Dude. Oh, yeah. I will tell you stories off stream. It's not for children.
Is there a YouTube rabbit hole I have to go down?
Yep. They got some interesting strategies, my friend. I can tell you. Yep.
I only saw this documentary where the females lay eggs and then the males carry the eggs on their feet for like weeks or something.
Yep.
Which is really cute. They take turns protecting the eggs and one goes fishing or something. But I guess you're referring to something else.
Oh, Coil misses, and so far, LabyRinth game is really, really good. Easy level 2 is always what you want. DK got nothing done, really. Item is on his side. All right. Oh, another nuke. DK already at 50% while not gathering any experience, not slowing the Lich down by much.
Oh, and a nice ghoul follow-up block there as well. Labby able to catch, or save rather, all of his units so far. DK took a decent amount of damage, taking more damage still. Next Nova coming in. Oh, gets the steal though.
Oh, nice double block here, but the one of 1-0 a little bit better. Lich can't catch up, but I would say Labby is doing a wonderful job so far.
Yeah, very good early game for him. Horrible early game for 1-0. He at least got 2 great items for the Lich later on, but experience is looking dreadful.
Yeah, one of the creeps stolen on the left-hand side. That puts the DK at 1.2, and when you play Fiends, you really need the Unholy Aura. Otherwise, they're too slow, they're getting nuked, they're getting slowed, the ghouls catch up, and ravage. 1-0 needs a little, I don't want to say miracle, but definitely a play to even things out.
at that, Labby with a strong early game, feeling confident, creeping the mid already. He's gonna get the big consumable here, Invuln. Not the best items for him. We've loved to find some more damage. Mana pots, claws. Got none of that stuff so far.
Was 1-0 trying to trick the crab and lock the crab down. That didn't work too well. A little bit shaky here. Just like our supporters are shaking with their money at us. Thank you, Day3 for the 39-month resub. Lunchbag, Warcraft 3, Krigasm, thank guys. Yante with the Prime sub and Dawn of 190 with the 4-year resub.
My dog. Thank you.
Dude, Labby getting both spots in the middle. Heal potion, invul potion for the upcoming fight. A little bit of an exclamation mark by 1-0 here with the stolen creep, but it was the tiniest one of that camp.
Yeah, these two camps remind me a bit of Secret Valley. If you have map control, you had a good early and can snipe these two camps easily, it goes a long way for you. Of course, it's similar on LR, where there's also these two consumables, but the shop seems to be harder there to secure for yourself, even if you had a better early game. But yeah, big healing, big invuln, great items for fighting later on. As again, we have an early gargoyle. We've been seeing those more and more in Undead matchup.
Dissolution against incoming destroyers, who are of course dissolution against the ghouls that are already there. Can't be Novat, have the magic attack, have splash damage. Interesting that 1-0 against Labby is not going for a Dark Ranger second. He's been doing that a bit versus Happy at least, but there it's also a little bit of a different game with even more tempo and even more fights for the creep spots. Here, a little more peaceful, a little more PvE.
Yeah, indeed, so far basically nothing has fallen. 1-0's also going for a gargoyle. Fiend into gargoyle.
It's, yeah, this is something I've not seen. Like, we did see it actually, but it's just more. It's just more and more. I think
it's gonna make. If you have one Garg versus 3 Gargs, that's really bad. It is very much a numbers game, as we oftentimes like to point out.
Yeah, but if you can web some of the Gargs of Labby, you create a better numbers game for yourself. Problem of that is you don't have web just yet.
It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. Item damage-wise, it seems like 1-0 here is far ahead. His Lich is looking super stacked. Double Mantle, very lucky to find that early on, and very beneficial on the Lich. Also bought a Circlet, plus of course he had the Claws. Labby has no plus bonus damage outside of the Orb, which is pretty unlucky with Lich first.
Yeah, also his items cannot be converted into damage like a Mana Potion would or a Scorpion Beast would. It's just survivability, which is of course a little bit of damage if your hero is alive. It can do right clicks, obviously. When it's dead, it can't. But apart from that, you are correct. And to double down on that, attack upgrades for 1-0 starting as well.
Oh, Claws plus 8 found here. That's a big deal. That's a really good find for Labby. Seemed like he really needed that one as well.
Needs Dark Ranger levels.
To creep, I guess. 1-0, creeping the gold mine there, close to the opponent. Might be going for the first push. Labby doesn't have a TP, so this might cost him something.
Okay, how good are the responses here? Onto the ghouls with the black arrow, creating more skeletons that can of course be eaten by 1-0. Is that the game-winning move here? Town Portal Force, as the Dark Ranger made it to the shop, will trigger a TP, and 1-0 was defeated by Soen with pushes like this. Maybe taking a play out of the Orcs book.
Lich level 4 was just achieved. Labby here has really good XP distribution. Lich 4, DK 3, Dark Ranger only 1, but still useful. Labby now morphing destroyers, might be looking for a fight. He must know 1-0 is over here at this gold mine. This is the only camp still left on the map. Easy to predict this one. Seems like Labby is eager to tackle.
But 120 is catching up. Nova level 2 unlocked now, and he got the silence. Labby does not. Destroyers coming in. How strong are these Gargs? Only a heal scroll. Decisive fight now. Trying to take out the ghouls, trying to take out the Dark Ranger. Coil is ready, of course. On the other side, one of the Gargs is falling quickly, but air superiority should be going to Labby. How long can he keep this Gargs in the fight? How long can he put pressure on the Destroyers? This is very, very wild. Supply lead at the moment, still with 120, but that is normal because the ghouls quickly disappearing. Hero focus now on both sides. Coil on the Lich, saved here for now. DK has something to work with, has an Ankh, so that damage is also kind of thrown away. Lich in trouble now. DK as well. 120, how do you save yourself? DK with an Ankh, as we said. Oh, both in trouble. So close. Fiend is falling, trying to evacuate. Labby with the DK. Uses the potion in his back. Is Lich now in trouble? Catches the Coil. How do you save that DK now? 120. Neck and neck fight. Frostborn hungers. Coil is ready. Heal scroll was used. Another focus here. He's chasing now. Oh boy. They're so close. He gets the Coil out. DK dead for 120.
Man, the consumables here really coming into play, but the Lich might still be dead. He is not able to get away. Labby after the DK kill, I think he could have just run away, but he didn't. And so he loses the hero as well, has to go for the Tavern Res, and that's very expensive. I think 120 still have a better fight. He's got more supplies still left, and 120 was able to stay in this fight despite a big consumable advantage, of course, that Labby had. We had the Mana Stone, we had the Heal Pot, we had the Invuln, and Labby still kind of lost the fight. And remember how that fight started, by the way. Labby ran in, destroyed more Frenzy Ghouls, and what did he focus? The Dark Ranger. A click on the Dark Ranger, Nova as well. And of course you don't get the kill. That unit has hero armor. There's no way you're gonna kill that one. You used the silence, but it was dispelled, the Coil was there, and even if you kill the Dark Ranger, it's not the biggest kill. I think that was just a very bad choice of targeting at the start.
The thing about the hero kill on Labby's side, he wanted to run away, but his statue was in the way. Great block, not getting deterred from that DK kill, but rather aiming for the comeback immediately after. Decides to go for Tavern Revive. That takes a lot of time off the clock, and Labby feels confident. Expo for him.
120 scouted it right away. We have pretty much no creeps left anymore. There's only some little scraps remaining at the gold mine. 120 still has the supply lead. And he knows when the expansion will be finishing. The DK is about to return. I think we're gonna see 120 go for a push real soon.
And that might be very successful. Still the 1-0 attack upgrade lead now turned into 2-0. As so often, upgrades essential part of 120's play. Also go for Gargs, of course. So what now? DK is back. Got a heal scroll, heal potion. Racing for the shops. Invo potion on LabyRinth. If this expo survives, he's in a grand spot.
120 didn't get a mana potion on the DK for leaving the main, which is very weird. He had a bunch of gold and limited coils might be a problem later on. But here we go. 120 going for the perfect timing now against the expansion. He even used some Wand of Illusion. Wait some Novas perhaps. And this should just be an easy cancel as it looks.
Yeah, not in position to defend even. A little bit of an oversight. Are we close to essential hero levels? 120 with the Frost Armor has no option to go for Death Pact for Dark Ritual at the moment, but that will change in 0.05 levels. Dark Ranger 3.5 is very good for the bigger skeletons. Labby still has to catch up in that regard, but he's not that far away from Nova 3.
Especially against Gargs, that is crazy good. We can see the Nova here used right away. 120 perhaps a little bit slow to react. And the Gargs going for each other, going for their throats. Who's going to win the air superiority in the end? Seems like both will be losing. All the Gargs by the look of things. And what is left? Dark Ranger in trouble now for Labby. Can he save her? Dispel too late on the silence. DK not able to coil thanks to the silence. 120 gets the hero kill here in the Lich after. And now the Chinese seems to be very far ahead.
Whoa, 1-0 turning this around. Here we go. DK gets the level up, saves the Lich one more time, but Labby losing that third hero. No more silence is a big issue. Throws the coils to somehow save the hero. Counter focus now, but without the Dark Ranger right clicks. It's so hard. Clutch coil to save the Lich one more time, but he's just not doing enough damage. Gargs are trickling in to somewhat stand a chance, but he's attacking the Lich, and that... Gargs are really not that good in low numbers. Desperately holding on to that first hero, but the DK is going to be blocking again, trying to catch up. Plays around the coil cooldown, and it works one more time. Survival skills by LabyRinth are here. Invo potion as well, trying to turn it around to the DK once again, but immediately recognizing this. Invo potion swapped on the hero, and that is the end. GG. 1-0 taking the lead.
Alright, 1-0 with really good fighting here, and I think this fight really, or this game comes down to that one fight. Labby had a decent early game, probably even a really good favoring early game, but the fight that he took, the first one at 50 supply, was pretty poor, man. Again, focusing the Dark Ranger is absolutely not the right decision. And of course, it comes down all to the micro in the end in these kinds of fights. And this is, I would say, encouraging for 1-0 and 1-0's fans, because despite the bad early game he had, in the late game, he still looked very convincing.
Can't have that bad of an early game again, though. Here's the loser's pick by Labby. That is Tidehunters. It's a good sign, I think, that Labby is competitive. And this one mistake in the mid game, yeah, that cost him the game, but against 1-0, who is probably the best undead mirror player in the world, that's no shame. But of course, pressure all on the Korean now. One more map and you're out.
Yeah, Labby now needs to get 2 in a row. His map, Tidehunters now, and if we go to map 3, that would be Twisted Meadows. 1-0, of course, on paper here is the favorite. So successful in so many TPLs. Would be a bit of a shock if he doesn't make it into the top 8. But it's very, very possible, of course, with Labby in his way. And then it would be Focus later. Might be only one undead at the end, making the top 8, if Focus will close the door on the others.
Yeah, thank you for nerfing us over and over and over again, Remo.
You're welcome.
How good is Labby's mental game? Judging from the War3 Champions finals against Happy, where he was facing 4 match points and was able to tie it up. Pretty good, but that's also quite some time ago. For 1-0, I think once he fixes the early game issue, not getting creep stolen, everything else was alright, to say it with the Emperor's words.
Alright, and we are getting ready for our next map, loading into Tidehunters. Oh, and who do we see here? Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream. It's the Dreadlord. Ready to put this DK to sleep and finally rely on what I would call his biggest strength, the expansion.
Wow, what a baller, man. If he goes down, he's going down in style and with flying colors. Dreadlord in a mirror match. That must be a Labby special.
Yeah, absolutely. Labby was playing Dreadlord before it was cool. Before we saw it a bunch against Human lately. There was this one insane game, for example, we saw Dreadlord first in War3 Champions. What was like perhaps 1.5 years ago now? Maybe even more. Yeah, he's familiar with the hero, and he will need to be. Because this harassing DK cannot be allowed to steal too much. Ideally not steal anything.
Very different creep routes here, so 1-0 can unfold his DK as well with the turtle spots. Very easy to creep thanks to the damage type of skeletons and the armor type of turtles, of course. Hand and egg kind of thing. 1-0 knows now. You gotta be careful. There's gonna be sleep. You can't be surrounded. Unlike Happy though, 1-0 always carries a town portal in these early stages and definitely respects the first hero choice.
Yeah. Selling the TP would be not the best idea against the Dreadlord for sure. 1-0 is just leaving the Dreadlord to his own devices. That's probably the right call. With the DK solo, it is extremely unlikely that you're going to be able to do anything against this Dreadlord. So Labby's going to be allowed a very free expansion.
Okay,
Not just
then.
coming up yet, but will in a moment. 1-0. I wonder if he's going to focus on a tier 2 timing with Dark Ranger, Fiend Skellies, or if he's going to play entirely passive until tier 3.
Both is possible. He's trying to make a run for the expo. Didn't even start yet. Oh, that timing. Labby has to hold on. And cannot lose the Acolyte here. That would put like 20 seconds on his strategy. But so far, the defense looks good. DK, sleep, surround. Here we go. Go home, baby.
Oh, the Acolyte starts the Haunted. Oh, can the Skellies get the cancel?
Oh, this is so close.
Sleep on the skeleton. Lol.
Wow. I've never seen this before. Slow needs to be microed now. Can he reduce the damage? Oh, wow.
Well done.
Sick holds by Labby.
And that's a W for Labby. The expansion now started, cannot be cancelled. If 1-0 goes across the map trying to cancel and he gets sleeps around again, the game is over. But it's not the very fastest of expansions, but of course it still will come up in a timely manner. Labby, by the way, no Carrion Swarm. It is Vambora.
Interesting choice. Thank you, Gusset, for the 16-month resub. Yeah, like... Where's the damage coming from? Purely from ghouls.
Once he's got tier 3 and Frenzy, the ghouls will be very formidable, but of course that is far away. Tech will always be slowed down a lot when you fast expand like we see here. 1-0 with the Slaughterhouse. Sitting at 25 supply, perfectly ready for a Lich. Good creeping here. Getting DK level 3 and some good items. Quite helpful.
Sells the pendant right away at this stage of the game. You need tier 3, you need the hero, you need a lot. And it is a Dark Ranger. A little later, but she's still there. And if he finds Labby here at the spot, this could be murder.
So he's gonna have level 2 sleep, level 2 aura. Interesting. I've never seen that build before. We're gonna have a whole lot of sleep.
He must be going into Gargs then, right? Because Gargs benefit a lot from Vambora.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, it's gonna fight against Fiends, so in that case, Gargs won't be benefiting from it just yet, but yeah, I'm curious to find out here. This is something that I'm not too familiar with, I gotta say. Labby here playing his own style, and I really like to see it. The expansion, definitely the thing that suits him the most normally.
I was about to make the same point here, man. He learned the lesson to not go into a Fiend mirror against 1-0, because if you do that, you're getting absolutely slaughtered. 1-0, maybe the best Fiend player in the world. Labby, top 5, maybe. That is his Achilles heel. And here's the Dark Ranger with the Creep Jack.
Oh, runs right into the sleep surround though. Where's the DK? Uh-oh.
Close.
Is he arriving fast enough? Okay, I guess he is.
Okay, and that was quite some Black Arrow. Another sleep to make things a bit odd, but 3 ghouls down.
Dreadlord at level 4 though. This is pretty nice to have. Got some good stats as well. Some decent right click. All right items. And of course now the race to level 5 is on. And on level 5, we must expect the Tome of Retraining. And that level 3 Carrion Swarm is quite something.
Investment into static defense. 3 towers coming up for Labby, who's still only on tier 1. Of course, Meat Wagon by 1-2-0, who's also not teching the entire time.
Oh, he's staying tier 2?
Yeah.
Wagon push. Cool. I love the Zeppelin, by the way. This means you can easily get out of the sleep surrounds. And Labby is trying to be the Lord of the Towers here. 4 towers about to be finished, but the arcane, the narrow bit front, very hard to repair.
Trying to get there now. Spirit Tower's crazy damage output, but it's piercing damage, and that is reduced, of course, by medium armor of the Fiends. Ghouls gathering. The Dreadlord is on a mission.
Yeah. What's the mission, I wonder?
Yeah! He's a pacifist, you know? Running away from the fight. Deserter!
Retrain already.
Yeah. Carrion Swarm and sleep it is.
And instead of Acolytes dying here at the expansion, 1-0 was just in time able to take out the Necropolis, and there's basically no mining left here now for that.
Oh, wagon arrives. We get another surround here, but the Zeppelin is ready. Flies into Spirit Tower range. This now a lot easier as there is no crowd control. Carrion Swarm might just be nuking that Zeppelin. So far, damage on the Fiends, not really noticeable. DK still has a lot of mana for the core. The statue is working overtime, and Labby is going into Fiends against 1-2-0.
A bit of trouble there. By the way, the Acolyte that was brought for 1-0 is so important to have a little bit of repair against the Carrion Swarm and all the other damage that might be coming in.
We got
This is a game with 5 Spirit Towers, by the way, across the 2 players.
Yeah, like both in high spirits, I guess. Oh, 6! There's one in the main as well.
Hell yeah!
But this concave of
You know what their
Fiends?
favorite movie is? Spirited Away.
Oh, a beautiful movie.
Truly is. All of a sudden, not that beautiful of a game anymore for Mr. LabyRinth. Yeah, 1-0 with the perfect counter. Tier 2 push, DK at the start, of course, it was forced into TP, but still got some good creeping in. And very smart choice, not going tier 3, but pushing with the Fiends and the wagon and the statues, which Labby simply wasn't ready for.
It all looks like that the strongest Korean undead is about to be eliminated here. Not his tournament at all. And that's quite sad, man. His ceiling is usually a lot higher. You see that in WSB, as we mentioned over and over again. Here in the group stage, couldn't really make an impact except against Starbucks Orc. But against Colorful, against Happy, and now against 1-2-0, he simply has no chance.
Yeah, Labby, a little bit hit or miss sometimes. This time around, it was more of a miss. He's still hoping to have a chance. He's still trying for something. He's hoping for level 5, get more kills, and then perhaps the ultimate, the Infernal, can save him. But if it's only an Infernal and nothing else, it won't be enough either.
Nah, and we're so far away from that. Okay, one base wiped. We go on to the next, positioning straight next to the Halls of the Dead. Fiends creeping at the same time for that level 5 and the level 3 Carrion. This attack by 1-2-0 at the Expo just hit him when LabyRinth didn't expect it. Really nice to see the switch of gears from the tier 3 that usually every undead is going for. 1-2-0 going back to GCS 2015 days and pushes with the wagon and knocks Labby out.
Yeah, the Dreadlord finally got level 5, but of course Carrion Swarm is sick. But this is the worst army to have Carrion Swarm against, because it's fighting an undead with statues on Blight.
Yep, yeah, that's right.
Here.
That's true. Didn't think about it.
Yeah, there's too much region here. Well, the only thing he can kill here is the Acolyte. Oh, he didn't quite get it.
Oh my. 1-2-0 styling on him now. That's lost against Soin. Kind of poked him. Oh, trying to dodge more shots. But yeah, now the repair comes in. Now the Blight kicks in. Mana is not unlimited, of course. Ooh, can he get the... I don't think he can get the DK out.
Dreadlord also quite hurt now, by the way. He's lucky that there's no Lich involved yet. But Lich is coming very soon.
Next Carrion Swarm is gonna get rid of that statue.
Zeppelin picks it up. Oh, Carrion! Oh, double kill. Alright. No, I think we only got one actually. The wagon.
Yeah, no crypt anymore. No he gets the DK out actually. Is it time for one of these wait a minute moments?
I would be flabbergasted.
Isn't that a wonderful word, dude? Flabbergasted. Love it.
Alright, I mean, Labby got what he wanted, kind of. Level 5 Dreadlord. Next stop, level 6 and Ultimate. But how is he gonna get that?
Labby has his Expo back up in a second. That is a chance if he can stall time and use that Carrion Swarm to crush these fiends. If he finds them with the Creep Jack. Not willing to go for it yet. Oh, there we go. One more. He brought the mana potion. There's more sand and more Carrion. Zeppelin distracting. Doesn't really do too much. Impressive hold by Labby, I gotta say. I saw him out already.
Dreadlord here clocking in some good damage, 13,000 already, could be even more. Oh, the silence though also of course can be used as a nice counter. Labby's still only tier 2, man. No destroyers anywhere in sight.
Exactly, that's the thing, like, yeah, the Expo is back up, that's kinda cool, it is an accomplishment, you're alive, but you're facing destroyers very soon, and you can't hit them with the Carrion Swarm. There's not enough fiends to go into the fight, and you don't have a Lich for any damage, plus in the very late game stages you don't have a Dark Ranger for silence. That's a bad forecast for tier 3.
They're now also scouting the expansion, sees it re-established. Could just counter-expand now if he wanted to. He's certainly in strong enough of a position for that. Scraping so much, very good levels, 432 now on him. Labby has 0 XP on his own DK. Indeed, everything rests on the shoulders of the Dreadlord.
But only 5.2. Lich level 2 already, so you can eat all the skeletons the Dark Ranger creates. It is just such a beautiful synergy between these 3 undead heroes. That's where they're played most of the time. And now 1-0 with the counter expansion at the former turtle spot.
Trying to buy some more potions here. Heal pot instead of mana pot. Carrion Swarm here along with the towers can do some good work. 4 more towers made, by the way. I think we're up to 9 towers now this game.
10 towers.
10 towers. Let's go, baby.
Lord of the Rings with their 2 towers is child's play compared to TP League Warcraft.
Carrion. So much damage, but so few kills, to be honest.
Yeah. That is the reason why he's not accelerating to level 6. Another Carrion, but now he's out of mana. Needs the potion, which is the last one. Scroll of the Beast for more damage. I don't even think this next Carrion is gonna lead to more kills. Oh, nice cancel by Labby.
Oh yeah. That was really well done. One destroyer is going to be sent over here to deal with the ghouls. One statue also taken out by Labby, but he has yet, I think he has yet to kill a single fiend this whole game.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. 1-0 is a magician with this unit. And now everything is healthy again. Nova, focus. There's a mana potion, but no coil. Fiend shot. 20 HP. Yeah, good luck engaging into this army now. This DK has 0 XP.
LabyRinth's favorite unit this game is Spirit Tower.
Yep. Holding on by a thread.
Scar the Lich, about to pop out the altar. I'm not sure if there's a shop to pick up an orb. Man, he's so far behind on levels, it's not even funny anymore. Zero seeing the altar perhaps a little bit late. There needs to be some repair. Oh no, I think the Lich has the time. Alright. Lich makes it out. But also he very unlucky.
Whew. Fighting against survival. It's looking rough. I mean, the towers are nice and all, but unlike Night Elf, our towers can't walk. You can't even morph them. We should be able to just summon them anywhere on the map, to be honest. If you can summon them in, you should be able to summon them somewhere else.
True. Just like zealots.
Right.
Pew, pew. Beam them in. Carrying Swarm again. 23,000 damage. Maybe the Lich is gonna go down here. Oh, he does! There's the Ankh! But he's gonna be left behind. Alright, Labby with a little success here.
What a roller coaster for this Lich. First, all that damage hurts a lot. You're dead, but then the joyous moment of seeing, oh, I got an Ankh, I'm gonna be back. But then all your friends are gone. And you die again.
They hung him out to dry, dude.
How can you leave your friends behind like this?
Yeah. Not a wolf pack, this gang. Oh! Lich dieback, perhaps? Carrion. Ah, but there's a potion.
Yeah, a little bit too late.
Zero was baiting it.
18-minute mark here on Tidehunters. Everything in favor of 120. We got a 33 supply lead. We got higher hero levels across the board for 120. We got even economy, and we got barely any production for LabyRinth as well. This main base, dude. This is not looking pretty. That's not gonna be the destination of my honeymoon, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. This one's looking rather dreadful. We also see the rare Undead Shredder. That is indeed a rare sight. Alright, 120. Is it enough now to punch in the W? Got the 2 bases, got a huge army, got more upgrades coming. 3-0 for the Fiends in the works. And Labby still basically has only a Dreadlord.
Yeah. 120 not even purchasing heal scrolls against us. He knows, like, my statues are enough. My control is enough. Got the Destros now. And in Destro War, when one player has Fiends and Web and the other doesn't, it's not a fair fight at all. It's all down to the Dreadlord. DK is already dead. Level 1, he got 0.2 levels in the past 10 minutes. That is abysmal. Showing what great care 120 had this entire game. Whatever is dying is even gonna be denied, and now you're stuck next to the shop and the forest, and it's GG. LabyRinth tournament ends here, but 120, our finalist of last year, is still in the race.
Yeah, 120 here looking very confident to me, and in control of his nerves as well. Both games, Labby started off well. Had a good early game. Everything was going according to plan. But then 120, map 1 was ready for the fight, micro just simply better. And map 2, he had the perfect counter prepared. Seems like he indeed had lots of experience against the Dreadlord before. This Fiend Wagon timing almost looked impossible to tackle there. What are you supposed to do at that point? Just attack, or defend rather, with a handful of ghouls, maybe some Gargs? That ain't gonna fly. Yeah, 120 just with the right answers, very deservedly